this is John Meister with Super Soul. This last weekend we went up to the Louisville Arcade Expo and I got to moderate a panel about Run Jump Dev and the Lexitron that we built. So it was really cool. We had Tom Burge and Tim Knowlton talk about how they built the machine, and then I was able to talk about how we got some of our games, Astronaut Kitty Boom Boom, on the machine. So we wanted to post this video to give you a glimpse into what we talked about at the panel. Hope you enjoy it. So what we did was we formed Run Jump Dev to do a few things to help the community. So we meet and support each other. Maybe just sharing knowledge or whatever. We make games together, so we do game jams where we make games over a weekend, and that's really cool to learn together and make things. We do trainings, so we've done a lot of introductory courses. We promote each other's games as well. What we wanted to do was have sort of another project that did something different for the group and was a different initiative. And so that's where we came up with Lexitron. And the idea is that the Lexitron is this arcade machine that hosts all these games made locally by local game developers. And then what's cool about the Lexitron is that it's a great way for new game developers to sort of have a goal or a target. It's hard to just kind of not have those milestones and just kind of work on your game indefinitely. Where the Lexitron can be, hey, I'm going to go and finish up my prototype and get it on the Lexitron and get feedback and put it in front of people. And it's a great goal for those early developers that are wanting some experience and some exposure.
I decided, for me, when I think of a classic arcade game, I think Street Fighter 2. So I derived the just overall look of our cabinet from that old school cabinet, making accommodations for a wider monitor. And we took the player 2 side controls and actually skewed it 10 degrees so people can have easier access in from the side of the machine. That was a sort of an old problem where people would be butted up shoulder to shoulder, standing next to each other trying to play on the machine. So we wanted to alleviate that.
In addition to the 2 player seats, we've got a Lex button. It says Lex in big letters, and that functions as our start and quit button. It's wired up to a TNC microcontroller, which just acts as like a single key USB keyboard. So when you're in the launcher and you're picking your game that you want to play, you tap that and it sends a left bracket key to the launcher, which it knows to read as a start signal. This is our launcher. It starts with the Run Jump Dev panel, and then we've added some information about people who helped out as kind of the information panel. And then each game is a different panel, so you're selecting with the joysticks. You can see we've got kind of an animation going in the background with a guy running and jumping over barrels and computers and a horse on the front end. And those are components from the Run Jump Dev logo too.
It was, what, 3 months?
About that.
So we had September, October, November, kind of.
Yeah, I call those the dark days.
So it was 3 months. That was usually more or less a full weekend day a week, and then occasionally like an evening or two during the week. It was more towards the end. Towards the end, I think the last 2 weeks while we were leading up to our launch event, which was, we gave somebody a date and we said, yes, we're going to be there.
A couple 19 and 20-hour days.
Yeah, the lead up to that was pretty solid, just about every day.
I guess we're going to Boston next. So Boston, PAX East, we're going up there as a group, and we have a bunch of games to show, but then also the Lexitron. And I think it comes back to the library after that in Lexington, so we're going to have it there. And then we need to figure out the next places where it's going to be. But that was part of the idea, is that we can take the machine and put it in different arcades or bars and just kind of share what's going on with game development.
I wanted to see about possibly getting a game on it.
Yeah, definitely. So that was, again, why it's so great is it doesn't, it's very accessible to get lots of games on there. And so we need to figure out, I think probably after maybe the library, maybe we'll take another batch of games on there. So if anybody's interested in putting a game on, it would be great.
Is that the plan to kind of have 6 games and then swap
Yeah,
out the new 6?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of to cycle through the different games and
Keep as many on as you can.
yeah, it's possible that we could just add on a batch, but I think it was nice to have at least new games regularly, and then we'll see like when we retire them. Any other questions? Yeah.
Do you have any plans to build any more of them?
Oh, yeah. Just need the money.
So, I mean, that brings up, like, we talked about doing a Kickstarter for the next one. So I guess we were worried that we've never made this machine before, and like, would people give us money to make something, and we've never done it before, and so I think next time we want to do a Kickstarter.
And we've talked about varying the design. Like among our group, we have a lot of different ideas about what an arcade cabinet can, should, or would look like. And yeah, we'd love to play with some of those. I think we're kind of still in recovery from constructing and finishing this one. So it might be a bit before we launch into another one.
I guess if you're interested in internships and things like that, or we do have internships and stuff available and lots of different things. And then here's our contact info for Run Jump Dev. Definitely come by the booth, play the Lexitron. We'd love to talk about any game development things or
Yeah, come say hi.
yeah. Cool.
Thanks, guys.